he picked the wrong family, and not scared of a conflict, and we're not scared. We're not running. We're coming at him.
But it just tells the story of it's the evil and the ugliness of people's hearts these days is everywhere.
Well, good morning. Welcome to the Think Tank. Good morning, Mexi. I hope you had a great night. So I'm going to talk about the Giglo 4 again. This Rex, oh my God, the rabbit hole is immense. I've got a list of just the names that are involved at this point. And it's like, oh my goodness. Nobody's like just average kind of person. His brothers ran into problems, kind of a violent guy. I found out that Rex has got property. He's got 2 lots, and I think it's Carolina. His wife, no one knows where she's at. So it sounds like there is 2 stepkids, a boy and a girl, and I think they're both close to adults if they're not adults yet. Good morning, Dandy. I'm exhausted, so I'm just kind of, I've been staying up late chasing this case, and then this morning I think I was up at like 5 or 5:30 or somewhere in between. I was kind of walked to the coffee pot. So let's see. There's so much. I mean, I have so much in here. Honestly, I could probably stream all day and not even be finished with 1 or 2 rabbit holes. It's insane. So let's see, which one do we want to start with? Yes, I sure did, friend. I sure did. I think it might be one of the tabs that I have up. Let's see here. Isn't that amazing and creepy? Like, what the hell? I'm just going to get 3 set up here. And let's see, what else do we want to talk about this morning? Yeah, I'm like addicted to this case. It's got me hooked. I think that's pretty interesting too. So we'll start off with these 3. So, yes, did you say they're saying there may be a possible female accomplice? And isn't that creepy AF? I don't know what would make them. I haven't seen anything yet that would make them say that, but same as most cases, I don't believe we know even a quarter of what they have. And okay, who's having a commercial? Check your feet and legs. Where the hell is this coming from? Okay, but let me find you. I don't want your healthy blood. I don't know what the hell this guy's saying, but I gotta get rid of him. Oh my God. I don't know where the hell this is coming from. Can you guys hear this? Is it done? What? Can you guys hear this? Or is it just me? Okay, maybe. Okay, who does Nancy Grace usually? There she is. I found her. I say no. Okay. Oh my word, guys. How to start the stream. Mass confusion. All right, so let's check this out, guys. And let me see. Make sure everybody's got that. All right. Hey. Yeah, this whole female accomplice thing. Yeah, that's freaky. That is freaky. How do I make this screen bigger for you guys? This is the other platform that I'm still kind of trying to figure out. Okay, let's jump in. So, in Gigolo Beach case, a wife nearby but apparently unknowing. Alyssa, I have not heard her name, so I'm still going to mess it up. Asa Ellerup, married to Rex Heuermann, who has been charged with unaliving, cut a glum figure. She was away when all of these things happened, yet she became central to the investigation. Well, of course, her DNA is being found all over these remains. Rex Heuermann's arrest in the Gigolo unalivings rippled through his Long Island neighborhood. Shock gave way to questions about another person in the rundown red house. I guess people don't expect a Cheerio to be married, said Frankie Musto, who lives 2 houses away from Mr. Heurmann in Massapequa Park. Now, this is a nice little bedroom community for sure. Miss Musto was standing on her porch discussing with family and neighbors how a man, a police official described as a demon, walked among them. And how could he be married for years? Very good question. But you see it happen all the time. I don't understand it, but it happens. So during the years that investigators say Mr. Heurmann was preying on the young women, he lived in the red house with his wife, Asa Ellerup, 59, and their 2 children. So we know that he was charged on Friday with 3 counts of first degree, and that he is also the prime suspect in the one other. His lawyer says Mr. Heurmann, who was held without bail, denies doing this and that he cried after his arrest. I swear to God, that's my favorite part. Okay. Is that going to work on here? Not so much. No. Not smaller. Bigger. Oh my. Now what have I done? One more. I can't play with doodads while I'm... Okay, let's see if this is... No, that's still too big. Okay. So, Mr. Heurmann was charged, and we know that he cried after his arrest. His wife has not been charged in the investigation. She was out of state or out of country when all of these things happened. I'm going to see if that is better for you guys. Okay. So, again, he is The suspect for the fourth woman, and his lawyer has said that he has done nothing. His wife has not been charged, and investigators said she was out of state or out of the country when these things happened. Investigators say stray strands of her hair helped link her husband to the remains that were found in 2010. So I kind of wonder, is that why they're saying that there may be a female connection because her hair was there? I'm finding this really, really interesting. It is acting like a fool again. You know what? It is. Did you have to refresh? What the hell is going on, eh? Yeah, well said. Yeah, this is being a little bit unusual with me too. And what does this do? No, take a peek. That's way better, right? Okay. So, the remains. The case began in 2010 with the retrieval of 4 female on a desolate stretch of Ocean Parkway near Gigolo Beach. It was only the first of several grisly discoveries in all remains of 9 women and a man and a toddler. So everyone is now saying a female, like a little girl. The other day it was all over the place. So the victims from the beginning, the 4 women whose remains were first retrieved, were reduced to their position of this disgusts me in every which way. So that seems to have changed, at least. I mean, we know that they have new people on this, and since they've got all this new task force together, they did wonders. They have done wonders. So, an apparently unknowing wife. The suspect's spouse was always away when these things happened, but the authorities said she played a central role in the investigation. And I'm wondering again, is that the hair? So the profile in 2011, experts interviewed by the New York Times made a list of characteristics. They predicted the suspect would have the man charged in 3 of the that may check those boxes. Questions about Miss Ellerup rippled along the bustling checkout counters on Monday. Can you imagine? You live in a small town, you go into your local IGA, and everybody just kind of looks at you. Like, what the hell? These little communities, even though they're in a big city, these little communities, people get to know each other a little bit. And from what I've learned, they were basically told to stay away from them. Not from these guys. Everybody was freaked out by them, so didn't want anything to do with them. So could he have been a monster who unalived those girls and an angel at home? Or maybe his family was just so scared of him that they were like his prisoners. Oh. We would never tell anyone, even if they had some idea of what he was capable of. So yeah, the supermarket chit-chat is going strong. I don't think I need that. So I don't know what's going on with this feed, guys. I really don't know what's going on with this feed. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, like I'm chit-chatting with you guys, and it said that nobody's been on the stream since I started. So, yeah, I don't know. There's so many, I believe, so many glitches with this system that it gets to a frustrating point. Absolutely. Okay, let's see here.
I'm so confused.
Oh, okay. New York press conference we just popped into, guys.
Thank you so much, and we're here to really make another appointment announcement as we round out our team, our leadership team at the New York City Police Department. Yesterday, I was proud to announce Eddie Caban as our new police commissioner and Chief Cellar as our first deputy police commissioner, both history-making picks. And today, Commissioner Caban and I are proud to announce another key leader of our public safety team, and probably one of the most important aspects of ensuring our homeland is safe, both from domestic terrorism and international terrorism.
Well, this is not what we're about.
This pick is, again, a history-making pick at the New York City Police Department. And it is my privilege and honor to
Yeah, no. So let's take a look here.
Burner phone. That was his MO, modus operandi.
Just the details that are emerging about this suspect are, I mean, creepy to say the least. And now hearing from some of these women who have had encounters with him along the way, some even related to some of the victims. Are there more out there, first of all, do you believe?
I have no doubt in my mind that there are more victims that have been murdered by the Long Island serial killer Rex Heuermann. Think about this.
What do you guys think? I have no doubt. I have no doubt that there's more. I imagine they're going to go through every time his wife was not around, and then they'll go through every time he wasn't home for a night.
Yes. You do the same thing over and over and over. Why stop? At the time of his arrest,
Hey,
he
Mo.
was still looking and checking out child porn. If you noticed during the search of his home, which they better dismantle down to the screws.
Yeah, Nancy, I should probably tell our viewers, as you're seeing that, this is a live picture. This is outside the home where they've had that truck. It's been getting loaded up with contents of that home all throughout the day.
It is amazing how long they have spent at this dumpy house. Like, it is amazing.
Keep going, Nancy.
That's right. That's where he and his second wife and two of their children had lived for many, many years. And we're just learning he had a secret underground room down in the basement that when an interior designer was there a couple of years ago, he refused to let her go in it. It was locked, about a 12 by 15 room, and I guarantee you I'd be going through that with a fine-tooth comb and a fleet of forensics experts. Why? Because I think it's entirely possible that at least 3 of his victims were killed in that home. Why do I say that? Because 3 of the victims were killed while his wife and children were gone out of state. And for what I believe happened to these victims, the rapes, the tortures, the bondage, he needed more than just his Chevy Avalanche. He needed a big space, and that would be the home. Not only that, we understand from police filings, 3 of his wife's hairs were found on 3 of the victims. Transfers. Did they come from his body or from that home? I think that you could be looking right now at a crime scene, and then the body's dumped not far away. But back to why do I think he was still at it? Still looking at.
I'm sure she's going to come up with some great points, but you know what? This guy, just like Mo said, is what nightmares are made of. It is, oh my word. So if they don't somehow involve the other women, the male and the little girl, like what the hell is that? If they don't include that for whatever reason, I'm sure they're going to find a dump spot. Like there's got to be. This guy was, oh, he was a harsh predator. He was harsh. And he went out of his way not to be found. They had some wicked law enforcement on this. They did. They solved it.
Child porn. In 2023, this year, he's caught on camera buying more minutes for a burner phone. That was his MO, modus operandi, method of operation, to reach his victim's burner phone. As I've said many times now, your husband gets a burner phone, you get a lawyer. Listen to me. And not only that, as recently as July 3, this month, he approached a woman at a public park, came up behind her, and started asking creepy questions and pursued her to the point she called police. Yes,
absolutely.
He's still at it, and yes, there are more victims.
You know, we also have a live picture, by the way, pretty active scene outside the home there where they continue taking contents out of the home and filling up that truck, the investigators. And meanwhile, Nancy, now we're showing our viewers a live shot outside of that storage unit that we've now learned about as well. Police presence there. Obviously, this is a big part of the investigation. This is the Suffolk County Police Commissioner, Rodney Harrison, on the gun arsenal. You just referenced it, Nancy, that was eventually found, and what was in it? Listen.
Over 200 guns. He had an arsenal in a vault that he had downstairs. Anytime somebody has that type of arsenal, we have some concerns.
You know, it makes you wonder, as we continue to learn so many details about this, Nancy, were there red flags that were missed? I mean, you referenced the designer who said she had been in the home and she discovered the secret room. We now know that there's Google Earth images of this truck that was in the driveway multiple times that was described by people along the way over the years, as far back as 2010. Were red flags missed? And could this man have been caught sooner?
Many red flags were missed. I call it evidence. A witness saw Amber Costello, one of the original victims, with a guy that matches Heurmann's description. He's very easily identifiable, about 6'4", about 240, 50 pounds. And his Chevy Avalanche, which I'd like to point out, discontinued, manufactured 2013. So who else is going to have a Chevy Avalanche with one of the victims about 20 minutes away from the disposal sites of the body? He parks it right out front. Hello? But speaking of the wife's hair we were discussing earlier, this is how I I believe they obtained her hair. Now, we got a DNA match to his hair found at the bottom of one of the burlap bags holding a body and on one of the victims, but her hair was found on 3 victims. His wife, she's not implicated. I don't think she had anything to do with this, but I believe her hair, her DNA, was obtained from a discarded can, like maybe a soda can that was put in recycling. Once you abandon something, like the pizza crust Heurmann threw out, and they got it and got us saliva, once you throw something away, it's fair game. I'm all over it. Get that DNA. I think that's how they got her DNA.
Really, really interesting stuff. And we'll see what more we learn in the coming hours here. Nancy, by the way, we also want to let our viewers know that you've got a special on Fox Nation, Left for Dead, the case of Madison Brooks. It's a Nancy Grace investigation.
I don't know all the regulations in the US, so I'm not even quite sure how a person goes about it, but there's got to be some kind of black market, right? Sounds like he registered 92, and those 92 are, from what I understand, not part of the stash of between 200 and 300. It's being so weird. It's being so weird. Thanks, Mexi. Let me take a boo here. All right, T. So a little excessive and weird. Just a little excessive, in my opinion. Weird that he wasn't poo-pooing those women, or was he? Yeah, I don't know. He's just, there's that one picture, and I'll bring it up here again in a bit, but it's his booking photo, and his eyes, again, I don't know why I look at eyes, but I do. Those eyes are creepy AF. He's a big man. I would not want to run into him in a back alley. No way. The dude could have been looked at by the FBI for suspicion of starting his own militia. Could they do something like that? That's it, guys. I think you're boom. I think you're right. Yeah, it's so bizarre. It is so bizarre. You know, and I'm having a hard time finding a lot of paperwork on this guy. You'd think there would be lots, but afterwards, I'm going to start with him and his brother and start jumping down those holes. It's just, yeah, creepy AF. Let's take a look. So talking about that creepy little shed. Exclusive. Accused Gigolo Beach unaliver Rex Heuermann had secret locked room in his basement and refused to let interior designer in, saying it was filled with those. As she says, he is just like Dexter. Ew! Ew! Oh, no. Interior designer Catherine Shepard told Daily Mail in the subscription, guys, check him out, how Rex Heuermann did not allow her to enter the room in the basement of his Massapequa Park home in 2005. Oh, really? Heurmann was renovating his kitchen and asked her to take measurements of the whole house, but blocked her from going into a locked room filled with those. Shepard, 47, revealed how she had developed a friendly working relationship with the 59-year-old, who is seen mingling with colleagues in exclusive photos. So he says here, kept a large room in which basement locked, became skittish when an interior designer tasked with measuring the home sought to enter, telling her that it was full of them. She said it was a very odd reaction. Well, yeah. I didn't understand why he's being weird about it. Now I'm thinking, what was he hiding? Brutal. Yuck. It was a big room. What was happening in that room? It's where he took the women? Question mark. Ew. Yuck. Interior designer Catherine Shepard, 47, worked with suspected unaliver at Cheerio, Rex Heuermann, 59, off and on for 5 years, including a project at his Massapequa home back in 2005. Shepard developed a friendly working relationship with Heurmann and other colleagues while sharing an office space with him for 2 years in Manhattan. They're pictured during a social outing at Pete's Tavern. Nobody wants to admit knowing him. So this is the whole. This is the house. So he has lived at that property since 1980 with his wife and their 2 children. Okay.
Excite is the community's credit union. Excite just wanted to see us succeed, like it was.
There we are. Like I think they're just gutting that house. Yeah, something like the Alaska Baker. I agree. So since there's no volume here, great time for me to ask you to subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up if I suck, thumbs down, it's all the same to me. Thumbs up, I guess, is better. Come join the family. We've got a great family here. So you can't really see anything with the way I've got this, can we? I'm going to go back. Go back. Well, no. Back here. Oh, well. So, Shepard, 47, worked for him for 5 years, spent 3 hours assessing his Massapequa Park home for a renovation project in 2005. She described how she had developed a friendly working relationship, and it shows where that last picture we looked at that he was mingling with coworkers. She revealed Heurmann even once took her to a firing range in the Bronx where he taught her how to fire a 9mm handgun. Another time, when she slipped on ice, he accompanied her to a hospital and then took her back to apartment and gave her meds. Like, that's a close call. That's a little too close to like a Cheerio, thank you very much. She now likens him to a real-life Dexter. You'd never know it if you met him. Dexter was also super normal, but then he had that other side. She admitted she had never even heard of the Giglow unalivings until an old boss reached out with the news via text message. Okay, see if we can do this a bit better.
Excite is the community's credit union. Excite just wanted to see us succeed, like it.
Can't I make me smaller? Come on. Can you imagine, guys? I agree. Yep, I agree. Loosely based on a real person, a South America unaliver who unalived other unalivers. Unreal. Unreal.
When I served, my work was critical.
Alrighty. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, let's do this one. Just a creepy freaking house, too, guys. Like, what? New York Post. Oh, can you imagine? I would think it would be a very high number myself. Is that like an accurate? Someone said 20 million people live there. Is that like an accurate number? Or do you think? I avoid looking at his face. Yeah, that's a very good question because she liked to go to those comic book things. What is it called? Is it called Comic-Con or something along those lines? Comic-Con? And then visiting family and like I can't tell if this guy's got money or not. His house is such a shithole that but I mean someone who's mentally ill would probably be satisfied with that. I don't know. It's gross. Oh, rainbows. Okay, can you imagine? Can you imagine? In our entire area, and I'm talking a stretch, we might, and this is different towns, like just a stretch of different towns, and you put all of us together, you might have 8,000. You might. Most of these little towns have around 1,000 people. Some a little more, some a little less. I think, too, some people not at all just get up and go, too. Yeah. Okay. Oh, we already did this part. Let's check this out. So, this is the house again. Let's check it out. They are, looks like removing more crap. Drone footage. Yeah, they have to dig everything up. Like, yank everything up. But isn't there things that they can now fly over and they can see if there's anything in the ground? I thought, so it says they removed dozens of bizarre items from the Long Island home of suspected serial Cheerio Rex Heuermann Monday, including what appeared to be a creepy portrait of a woman with a battered face. I might have another one about this creepy freaking thing, but it's this picture of a woman that looks like she got shit kicked out of her. This was his art. Ugh. Heurmann was arrested Tuesday for the unaliving of 3 women whose bodies were found dumped near Gilgo Beach 13 years ago. Police continue to search for links to more unsolved deaths in the area. So they have put his name or his DNA in CODIS. So now they're searching all over the place to see what they can find as far as DNA matches. But I don't know. Might be hard to link him to other ones. Might not. It depends how careful he was. I mean, if he's stupid enough to take phones everywhere he goes, well. But there's got to be, in my mind, more. I can't see him stopping. 13 years, nothing? No. Mm-mm. Okay, guys, so this is where they're saying that it was up to 300 firearms that was locked in a vault in the basement. He had permits for only 92 of them and was known to be an avid hunter. Oh, yeah. You see? Who does he hunt with? Who does this man hunt with? Another thing that came out of there was a child-sized doll that was in kind of like a cabinet, a wooden cabinet with like glass, a display case of sorts. Just freaking wild. They took the house as well as cat food, a scratching post, an empty bookcase, and a framed picture. Like, look, they are picking this house to pieces. He seems to be hunting anywhere, like Manhattan, by the, where does he like to meet them? By the statue? Is it the Statue of Liberty that's there? I'll have to look on my thing. But there's a place down there that he likes to. Yeah, and he will go to Connecticut. I think his brother is there, if I remember correctly. So I was confused when you said hunt. I was wondering if you mean with firearms or hunt for victims. Victims is downtown. Hunting with those, not so much. He said he had permits to where he was hunting. Not that kind of hunting. It said he had permits where he was hunting. Okay. I got you. I got you. Yeah, we need to find his locations. Wow. Hey, when you start on that map, whenever it is you start on that map, if you want company, I'd love to join you. Disturbing portrait. Oh, look at that. You get an idea. There's her eyes, and I don't frickin' know. He had this in his house. Disturbing portrait of a blonde woman face with dark pupils and bruising below the eyes from the suspect's house. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Surprise, surprise. At least that's adults. Oh, and they took away a cooler. So Heurmann's home, which he grew up in before raising his own family there, was described as a very cluttered house by Suffolk County Police Commissioner Rodney Harrison. Harrison told WPIX 11 that the suspected, was like a pack rat, and the investigators are therefore searching for any trophies. Look at cookies. He might have taken, as we know, they do like to take home trophies. So it also says that they are searching an Amityville storage unit that's also linked to Heurmann for human remains or trophies. Frick, I hope they're not finding more in storage. What is it? Okay, suitcases are out, bags are out, duffel bags are out. Absolutely no storage room, guys. No. Oh my God. This man. Let's just take a look at this bastard. Eh? Unreal. It's these eyes. Like, and I think his face was supposed to end somewhere in here. I think his face was, because it's almost like he's got it. It's almost like he ate his own face and I don't know what it looks like. Not good. He looks creepy AF. But he looks odd, doesn't he? Doesn't he? It's almost like he's like his head's too wide. I don't know what it is. Oh yeah. I had an image of him sitting on a recliner with a cooler next to him, drinking beer and just staring off into a certain part of the room. Right? Yeah. Yeah, they've got him on unaliving watch right now. Yeah, I agree, Dandy. But yeah, they do have him on unaliving watch. And it is. This is seriously a nightmare. Somebody that is able to bring you in. Well, mine's changing a lot too, but is that what's going on here? Like his head looks misshapen. I'm 56 and I'm not getting that. I'm getting under here, but I'm not growing like another, I don't know. Yeah, he's just creepy. I'm sorry, guys. He's just creepy. Yeah, right, Dandy? Well said. Hope they watch him better than they did Epstein. Yeah. Hell yeah. So creepy as shit. So we know that he's married. 2 kids. And then we also know that in total, there's 11 found with 1 male, Asian male, and 1 toddler, female toddler. And yeah, held without bail. But I'm hearing they don't have DP there, do they? No, he didn't. I agree. No, he didn't. 100%. 100%. Yeah, I don't know. Like it's almost like person. I think this is what we were talking about. It's just unreal. Yeah. Yeah. That seems to kind of be a thing, doesn't it? That seems to be a thing. Okay, which guy, James? You'll probably know this. Oh my God, the Jinx. He tried that for a while, remember? Okay, let's try this. No. Let's try this. No. This? No. No. Okay. Dandy. Damn. Okay. What do we got going here? This is from Fox. They are also in the description.
What's the easiest way to get into an Audi? Rent one.
Breaking news here at 6 o'clock. The accused man in a series of killings in New York owns property right here in South Carolina.
The local law enforcement saying that they helped in a seizure related to the case. Now, authorities took Rex Heuermann into custody in Manhattan last Thursday, charging him with murder 13 years after the remains of 4 women were found in Long Island, New York. But tonight we're learning Heurmann owned 4 plots of land in Chester County, South Carolina. And we were able to get property tax records proving this. The Chester County Sheriff's Office confirmed to us they helped New York police obtain a court order to seize a vehicle in connection with the investigation. Now, officials charged him, Heuermann, with murder in the deaths of 3 of the 4 women who were found dead in 2010. And while he has not been charged yet in the death of the 4th victim, officials say Heuermann is a prime suspect. He pleaded not guilty last week.
Of course he did. Of course he did. Okay. So he bought this property 2 years before he was charged. Property records show he purchased 4 lots in July 2021 along Rippling Brook Drive in Chester County. The land was appraised at $180,500, and he paid taxes on it in March, just 4 months before he was named by the investigators as being the Gilgo Beach Cheerio. An architect planned to retire on this secluded property. Heavily wooded, the suspect's brother, Craig Heuermann, owns property nearby, and we will find out stuff about him. Yes. So let's see here. A spokesperson for the Chester County Sheriff's confirmed that the agency helped the Suffolk County Police Department with obtaining a court order for a vehicle to be seized in connection with the case. So we know what he is charged with, and we're still waiting for the 4th, but I think it'll come. So there is the Netflix film Lost Girls, and I watched most of it. I ended up falling asleep, but not due to the show. And I think everybody I've talked to really enjoyed it. So okay, so the total sets of human remains along Long Island shore near Gilgo Beach. The other remains are still under investigation, and detectives said on Monday their investigation is only beginning. So you guys, like, what do you think? What do you think? Do you think there's more coming? What do you guys think? Yeah, unless he got his I don't know. I don't know. That would definitely be a little bit of a but let's say he knew Keegan or Tony or R.A., right? Yeah. Gotta be more. I'd bet on it. Open the door. Oh, my word. This case, like afterwards, again, I've got some domestic duties to do, but when I'm finished that, I am going to be right back in this and start jumping down all those rabbit holes that are still there. Who is Craig Heuermann, Long Island unaliver suspect, Rex Heuermann's brother's criminal history? Oh, yeah, what's Craig been up to, do you think? Bad boy, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? There's a reason I don't sing. So after Rex Heuermann came into the limelight for being a suspect in the Gigolo Beach unalivings, his brother Craig Heuermann has also been identified as being convicted of unaliving a New York cop. The tragic incident reportedly happened in 1988 when Craig was only 22 years old. This is Rex's youngest brother. So Craig was reportedly all snowed up. And when he ended up crashing into a car driven by a cop, the victim was identified as 51-year-old Captain Winnan Buskley, who was pronounced at the scene. The younger Heurmann also landed in a hospital after the crash, after which he was arrested by the cops. Craig later pled guilty to several charges. He was reportedly under the influence when he slammed into Busky's car. His brother Rex Heuermann currently faces charges of 6 counts of unaliving in connection with the deaths of 3 victims whose remains were found almost 13 years ago. He was 22 years old when that crash happened. Fatal crash. He was at a speed of over 60 miles per hour and on a local highway when he slammed into Captain Winnan Busky's vehicle. And of course, Craig pled, oh no, hey, boom, he pled guilty. Good on him. The lawsuit was filed against Craig by the victim's family, dismissed another case that aimed to accuse city officials of being responsible and liable for the poor road conditions. However, it is unclear what sentencing Craig received. So yeah, a little bit of a problem. Little bit of a problem. Okay. I'm really wondering about that, to be honest with you. Hello, Shauna. Okay, let's see. Oh, rest in peace, ladies. So, CNN. So I'm just going to bypass, guys. So, who is Rex's brother? We've pretty much done that. So, let's go here. This has been an awesome research. It's called the Gigolo Beach Homicide Investigation and Suffolk County NY.gov. So, timelines. see how well you guys can see this. See if I can do this. Can you guys kind of see that? Razzing is always welcome. They're my favorite people too, friend. Okay, yeah. Let's take a peek. So, case timeline. April 20th, 1996, they find remains. November 19th, 2000, Valerie Mack disappears. July 26, 2003, Jessica Taylor disappears. July 27th through September 2010, multiple victims. May 1st, 2010, Shannon Gilbert disappears. December 11th, 2020, remains were located. December 13th, 2010, multiple victims located. March 29th, 2011, Jessica Taylor. April 4th, 2011, multiple victims located, both on April 4th and the 11th. On December 13th, 2011 is when they found Shannon Gilbert's remains. It also says here that human remains were also located in Davis Park on Fire Island. DNA later linked these to another set of remains located April 11th, 2011 along the Ocean Park in Nassau County. These remains, known as Jane Doe Stephen, have not been identified. Davis Park and Fire Island. There's more, guys. There's gotta be more. Davis Park. So, I mean, now that his DNA is now in CODIS, I think we might start getting some hits. I think, right? So we looked at this the other day. Oh, this might be upgraded. Let's take a boo. Look at this. What are they doing here? So I kind of looked at this the other day, but this one's better. Let me see. You guys doing good over here? With New York not having a DP, what would be the benefit of a plea? I'm not sure how that would work. Anyone know? That's a good question. I don't have a clue. Shauna. Yeah, I've got a timeline written down, and man, it's just confusing me for some reason. I can't get it right. I think the reason is there is so many little pieces that it does. I mean, I know even Mexi, and you know how she is with this stuff. She's like kick-ass. And even she's like, oh my God. It'll take days just to go through that probable cause to start mapping that out. Thank God she enjoys that stuff. Yes, let's not hope for a P. Let's hope it's federal. Boom. Boom. Yep. That way the DP is always on the table. Okay. I try really hard, but I don't know. The US, all these different states confuses me. Yeah. She's a smart cookie, this one. That makes sense. Mexi was trying to figure out how that could happen. Yeah. Exactly. How would it be federal? So I don't know. Does that mean that there has to be aggravating factors to the deaths? Oh, crossing state lines. Yep. Yes. Let's pray they make it federal. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, let's take a look over here. No, I don't want to. I'm going to finish here, actually. Cancel. Alrighty. So, these are the 4 that are nice and tight that they think are probably all related. They are still looking to see if the Barnes case is going to be related. For some reason, they're kind of holding off. I don't think that they've got as much DNA maybe on her. They'll get it. They'll get it figured out. And then we've got the Asian male. I wish they were giving me names here because I'm not familiar with all the faces quite yet. So here, she has been identified, but the baby has not. Now they're saying that, okay, Valerie Mack. And the toddler, they're saying, at least what I've heard is that this is Valerie Mack's child. So Jessica Taylor, March 29th, 2011. Asian male, April 4th, 2000. That's a mosquito. Hang on. I don't like them. They bite me. Megan Waterman, December 13th, 2010. Maureen Brainerd Barnes, right here, December 13th, 2010. So isn't that interesting? So these are the ones that they've kind of found in a clump, right? December 11th, 2010, Melissa Bartholomew, Andrea Lynn Costello, December 13th, 2010. So I wonder how far they've gone up and down. This is all on Shannon Gilbert. So I'm going to add it to my file. And we'll do that in a different stream. So Melissa Bartholomew. The remains of Melissa Bartholomew were discovered along Ocean Parkway near Gilgo Beach on December 11th, 2010. Bartholomew's discovery garnered widespread news coverage and was the first set of remains to be found during the search for Shannon Gilbert. Maureen Brainerd Barnes. The skeletal remains of Maureen Brainerd Barnes, who advertised services on Craigslist, were discovered along Ocean Parkway near Gilgo Beach on December 13th. Known as the Gilgo Beach 4. She was last seen early June of 2007 in New York City. Amberlynn Costello Remains of Amberlyn Costello, who advertised escort services, on Craigslist, were discovered in an area off Ocean Parkway near Gilgo Beach. Costello was last seen leaving her North Babylon home in early September 2010. Megan Waterman, the skeletal remains of Megan Waterman, who advertised her services on Craigslist, were discovered along Ocean Parkway near Gilgo Beach on December 13th. Waterman was last seen June 20th, 2010, at a Holiday Inn in Hopog? I'm not sure, New York. Jessica Taylor. The remains of Jessica Taylor, a working person in New York City, were located in the wooded area of Manorville on July 26, 2003. Additional remains of Taylor were discovered March 29, 2011, along Ocean Parkway during the search for Shannon Gilbert. Manorville, Jane Doe 6, turns out to be Valerie Mack. Valerie Mack, who was her last known whereabouts was in Philadelphia. In 2000, was identified through genetic genealogy in 2020, as the victim's remains were discovered on 2 occasions. Good Lord. Manorville in 2000, Oak Beach in 2011. I haven't walked around Oak Beach yet, virtually, but you know what? I'm gonna, because it keeps coming up. Oak Beach. It keeps coming up. I think that's where Peter Hackett lived too. What is that guy's name? Peter Haslett? Come on, Peter. Peter Hackett. Okay, John Doe. The remains of an Asian male were discovered along Ocean Parkway on April 4th, 2011. It is estimated the male was between 17 and 23 years old at the time of his death. He was approximately 5'6", with poor dental health. The timing of his death is believed to be approximately 5 to 10 years prior to the discovery. Unidentified toddler. Skeletal remains of a female toddler discovered along Ocean Parkway in close proximity to Valerie Mack on April 4th, 2011. It is believed the toddler was approximately 2 years old at the time of death, and non-Caucasian DNA analysis later identified the unidentified toddler to DNA analysis later identified the unidentified toddler to be the child of the victim, Peaches, whose remains were found in Nassau County. So baby is one place and unalived mom somewhere else. What? Unreal. Valerie Mack and Peaches. Unreal. So it gives us kind of a little bit on them. Then they've also got something on Shannon Gilbert. You know, it's kind of sad because she is the one that basically got this all started. And sadly, her family, her mother has passed away since. It's just been very, very sad. Oh my God, do you remember that? Peter Hackett about glitched, put his... Oh, I wonder if we can find that video, because that is awesome. That is awesome. You know, and it's hard not to feel that way, Shauna. I get it. It's not easy. No. I agree. I have no room in my life for forgiveness when it comes to individuals that perpetrate this stuff. Well said, my friend. Well said. You guys are so smart to talk to. I love you all. Right back at you, friend. Right back on. Right back at you. I love the think tank. I honestly do. I say that a lot, but every time we get a chance to do this, I enjoy it. Oh, didn't the doctor call the victim's mom? Yes, he did. And as did the perpetrator. Yes, he did. He said he had some kind of wayward home for mix-up teenagers or something along those lines. I've heard he has since moved, which is never a bad thing. He's another one of those super, super creepy ones. Oh, boom. Okay, I'm going to get to a certain part. Guess it's too good. Okay. Okay, we'll bring this up for a second. I can only do a second because I don't want them to strike me. It is frickin' funny, this guy, I tell you what. Really, Frankie? I'm sorry, I gotta zip through this, guys. There we go. This is Dr. Peter Hackett. And yeah, he did call. That's Shannon Gilbert's mom. Sadly passed away at the hands of her other daughter. Okay. Mark, get set, go. Take it out. What was that? Let's do that again, guys. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm a doctor. Oh, sometimes you just can't get enough of this. Like you couldn't come up with this stuff to put in a book. Like life is the most bizarre. Oh my God. Most bizarre spot, hey? Oh my God. Yeah, you daily I get amazed. Seriously, daily I get amazed by this world. So this here is also on that same site, and this is all the information a person might want on Shannon Gilbert. Just absolutely beautiful. And we do know that she ended up at Dr. Hackett, Dr. Defibrillator, is that what we'll call him? Dr. D. And she didn't stick around. She screamed. She got the hell out of there. So anyone with information is asked to call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-220-TIPS. If a person happens to get any kind of information. Oh, evidence. Gold necklace and earrings were discovered with the unidentified female toddler. Little girl was wearing this stuff. And I don't think they've matched up this name to anything yet. And they do believe that it was brought for the attacks. Yeah. So that is pretty much where I'm at right now. Really? Wow. Right back. I mean, yeah, I was gonna say right back at you, but yeah, absolutely. I'd like another, yeah, I'd like another doctor to cross-examine that doctor. Shannon Steph was found in the doctor's backyard practically. Yeah, Shannon was just kind of out towards the ocean and just off a little bit to the left. And so do you think that it's possible that that is a separate case? Yep, Dr. Defibrillator. Dr. Defibrillator. Mary Shannon's mom say that literally took her to Hackett's freaking back porch and pointed her to where her daughter was found. Yeah, you know what? Yep. Yep. So is that what you think? Do you think there's a good chance that she is a separate case? What do you think about that? Because, I mean, I think it's possible. I mean, at this point, I won't eliminate anything. And that guy is weird AF. Like, totally weird AF. And why was he phoning the mother saying, I have this place for wayward girls, troubled girls. And why would he phone the mother? Look like letters, friend. I thought they were letters. Hey, you know what we got, Shauna? I think it's called Starlink. And it's the only reason I can stream now and not have so many troubles. I mean, every once in a while, just like any platform, it screws up. But yeah, ever since we have that thing, I mean, I can have all my laptops all going. I've got this one, that one, this one. I can have the TV going. I can have my phones going. And yeah, nothing lags. So I highly, highly recommend that for anybody who's got kind of shitty internet. It works. It works. It really works. Yep. Most hilarious thing about the whole encounter was that he was talking to them the whole time. Yeah, it's not like they just snuck up and scared him. Boo! I know, right? Like, I could watch it over and over and over. Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty crappy. I'm a doctor and I have no idea what a defibrillator does. It's okay. Don't want any of that mumbo jumbo. I'll be fine. Yeah, that's actually probably one of the best clips that I've seen in a lot of, even out of a lot of the different cases we've looked at. That's still one of my favorite clips. Yeah, if he's even that, maybe a dental assistant, the hygienist. For a hygienist for like cattle, not humans. Yeah. So you know what? There is a possibility. It's 12:30 where I am. I'm gonna do. You don't want to be one of those either. Oh, you guys are hilarious. Oh my goodness. Hey, where did we see Maxie that Chippendales cop? I'll find it for the next stream. So if you're not subscribed, please do. Don't forget to hit that bell for notifications. Okay. Yeah, hit that bell for notifications and subscribe, like, share, all of that good stuff. Now I have to try and get into, I don't know what I did there. You know me. Okay, I'll just type it out. I closed that app down. I'm not even sure why. Give me a second. Pushing too many buttons. Okay. Okay. How long is this? Let's check this out. Maxie sent it to us. Oh. What the hell am I doing here, guys? Okay, screen. Boom. Oh my goodness. So guys, I am going to call it. I'm not sure which hole I'm going to jump down. Probably Rex a little bit more. But his brother's making me very curious too. And I do believe there's another one So I'll get looking into that, and there is a possibility that I might stream later. So yeah, again, subscribe, like, share. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.